Boosters, it is 7:10 a.m. Time for your morning wake and bake session, guys, live with the dailydank.com and your host, Brian Brown, guys. We are set to go live in two, and we are covering the top psychic predictions, whether it be wrong, right, or crazy. We're covering the top psychic predictions of 2024 made by all sorts of people. Nostradamus, Yaya Bega, you name them all. I don't know who Yaya Bega is. I just made that up. But we name them all, guys. We're gonna look in the 2024, see what the future holds for us. We got what's waking, baking, shaking news. We got a follow up for the big shootout out in the desert. We got marijuana raids happening, guys. We got all sorts of news, all sorts of good stuff. We're gonna talk psychics. We're gonna talk pot. We're gonna talk all the good stuff, guys. Collectibles, you know it. Stick around. We will be live in two, guys. We'll see you in a minute. 7:10 a.m. Smoke them if you got them.
Seven ten a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for wakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja bichuela y guandule no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo quiero.
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que.
Oh, yeah, we are live. How is everyone doing on this Paranormal Tuesday? Welcome to the 7:10 a.m. morning show, guys. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. How's everyone doing out there this morning? We got a hell of a show planned for you. We got psychic predictions. We got all sorts of stuff, guys. We got news. We got the wake, bake, and shaking news, guys. We got all sorts of stuff going on today. We got Mojave Martian. We got Brian Bongs over in Twitterland, or over in Insta, or what is it? Twitch. Twitch land. He feels lonely all by himself. We need to get him some friends over in Twitch land, guys. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning. How's everyone doing out there? We'll do shout outs here in a minute, guys. We got a whole bunch of stuff cracking. And I'm looking forward to get into it, guys. I'm looking forward to getting into it. Make sure you're hitting those likes, those subscribes, those shares button. Hit the alert so you can be the first one who knows when the 7:10 a.m. show launches, guys. We also do a 4:20 show. We do sit-down interviews. We do a whole bunch of stuff, adventure shows, unboxings. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, guys. I appreciate everyone up in here. Oh, man, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. I'm smoking on some more of this RS11, guys. I'm loving this stuff. It's really, really good weed. That's what I'm getting into for my wake and bake. Sprinkle little diamonds on there, and woo, we're good to go. We're good to go. Let's see what's happening in the real world today, guys, out there. I know we got a lot of news out there, guys. A lot of marijuana news this morning, believe it or not. One thing I did want to tackle first, guys, is this is weird. This is a weird one. This is a very, 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 very weird one, if you will. I don't know how I feel about this, guys. Let's see if I can find the right picture here. All right, guys, what do we feel about this? Elon Musk, Neuralink implants brain chip in the first human, guys. Neuralink Corp places first implantable brain-computer interface into a patient over the weekend. Founder Elon Musk announced on social media on Monday the first human received an implant Neuralink yesterday and is recovering well. Initial results show promising neurospike detection. Musk company, which launched in 2016, is based in Fremont, California, and is planning on first using the chips only in people who have lost the use of their limbs. Imagine if Stephen Hawking could communicate faster than a speed typist or auctioneer. This is the goal. The device will enable users to control their phones, computers just by thinking, according to Musk. Neuralink has faced criticism in the past over its testing method. In 2022, it was reported that the company was under federal investigation after complaints of staff that its animals testing was being rushed and needless suffering deaths. Despite the probe, the FDA permitted Neuralink to begin testing in humans in May of 2023. They gave the go-ahead for a long-term study, which in a robot can surgically place flexible threads into a part of the human brain that controls movement and tension. Woo! So this is the future, guys. This is the future. What do we think about Neuralinks? I don't want no one messing in my head. I'm telling you, I don't need no one messing around. Someone already did mess around in there. It got me all crazy. Man, the sports show guy predicted the last 4 Super Bowls, predicted Chiefs over San Francisco. Really? That's interesting. Chris, what's up? I bought the Civic. I can finally get out and out and about and to and from work. Nice, man. The Civic, Honda Civics are nice. Congratulations, Chris. Congratulations, Nancy. How you doing? So yeah, guys. So that's the first headline. Neuralinks, pretty crazy, man. Hey, what's up? Supernova Mike, how you doing? Yeah, man, that's just crazy. Neuralinks. It's going to be interesting to see how that shapes up. Up next, guys, do you remember the massacre in the desert a few days ago, last week? This was stemmed from a dispute over marijuana, guys. Yeah, believe it or not. I believe it's probably a lot of marijuana. Probably a lot of marijuana that these guys, this definitely cartel kind of that ended up being. So the brutal slaying of 6 men at a remote dirt crossroads in San Bernardino, California, likely stemmed from a dispute over marijuana, investigators revealed on Monday in their first update since the week's shocking discovery. The massacre took place on the Mojave Desert, about 20 miles north of Adelanto on Tuesday evening, according to San Bernardino County Sheriff Office. Oh, they're not going to solve this if it's the San Bernardino County Sheriff. They just made up some. They arrested the guys that they found dead. That's it's the San Bernardino County Sheriff. Yeah, this ain't getting solved, guys. A man speaking Spanish called 911 to say he had been shot. Deputies responded to the area with assistance from California Highway Patrol airship, quickly located 5 bodies. The 6th victim was discovered the following morning. San Bernardino County Sheriff Shannon Discus says authorities use human and technologically sources to find the suspects. From the moment we started this investigation, we started to receive strong leads. And then we got hacked and we had to pay the hackers $1 million, said San Bernardino County Sheriff. After I was briefed, I was quite confident that we would be able to get the suspects that were involved in the homicide into custody. All the victims have been shot and 4 were also burned, confirmed in a new press conference on Monday afternoon. 3 of the victims have been identified as Vladimir Albarn, 35, of Mexico, Franklin Banala of Hesperia, and Kevin Banala of Hesperia. Authorities say a 4th victim is a 45-year-old Hispanic man. They're awaiting the Reese's identity pending notification to next of kin. The remaining 2 victims were only identified as Hispanic males. 5 suspects were arrested. Were Tony Durati of Apple Valley, Mato Durati of Apple Valley, Jose Hernandez of Anadela, Jose Siberia of Anadela, and then Jose Pera of Anadela. So it looks like illicit marijuana was the driving force of these murders. Discus pointed out that the state passing Proposition 64 has led to illicit marijuana market, bulging illicit marijuana market. The reality is Proposition 64 took illicit marijuana and moved it from a felony to a misdemeanor. The reality of this is by allowing that, we have unleashed a plague here in California. The plague is the black market of marijuana and is certainly cartel activated. Sergeant Michael Warwick, who is probably an idiot of the San Bernardino County Sheriff, also spoke with the news conference, but didn't release any details on if it's related to cross-border drug trade, saying we can't comment if this is cartel related or not. We're still paying the $1 million to a hacker that hacked all our records a year ago. Proposition 64, also known as Adult Use Marijuana Act, it was a voter legislation. Cannabis legalized it in 1964. In 2016, it passed 57% of the voter, which led to recreational cannabis sales. You know, I don't know. This is crazy, horrible crime. I think the San Bernardino County Sheriff is full of shit. I don't think they know anything. I know I have priors with the San Bernardino County Sheriff. They love putting fake charges on people. That's all I'm saying. Mine just got dismissed. My stupid citizen's arrest that dismissed with prejudice. That means it's done. It's like it never existed. That means they didn't have the evidence. That means they didn't even have proof of this thing. But no, City of Needles had to place me under citizen's arrest, and the San Bernardino County Sheriff, those idiots who've paid $1 million to a hacker and couldn't find him, are trying to tell us that, oh, it might be a cartel. You don't know. Your head from a hole in the ground. You're a corrections officer is basically what you guys are. All right. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the San Bernardino County Sheriff and their investigation. But that's the follow-up, guys. It seemed pot-related. Interesting. Very interesting. What else we got? We got a couple headlines today, guys. California Pot Company Executives out as stock plummets to zero, guys. Here's another thing that we're going to be seeing a lot more of is the market is so oversaturated right now, guys, that you are going to see a lot of things like this, guys. A lot of fucking a lot of companies going out of business, big companies. It's they're trimming the fat out there. It's so oversaturated. You got to stand out to make your business go. So a California-based chain of cannabis dispensaries is in a period of upheaval after its stock became essentially worthless, prompting their ouster of its CEO and executive chairman. Culver-based MedMen, which has locations in California, Illinois, New York, Nevada, and Massachusetts, was once valued at $3 billion. But that was in 2018. Now the valuation is zero, according to multiple reports. Market Watch explained that MedMen has hit with a cease trade order for its stock, and several required financial reports have not been filed with authorities. CEO Helen Harrison of the board of executives departed last week through the company, clarified the resignations were not due to disagreements on operational matters. In the LA area, MedMen has 8 locations, including spots in Long Beach, Orange County, West Hollywood, and near LAX. This is important to note. However, it is a large number of stores that might be an issue. Investors in cannabis retailer MedMen Enterprises are looking to newly minted chief financial officer Michael Kramer to right the ship. Man, it's especially when you're running it as a business. The company this month said that it has sold off its non-core business operations in Arizona. The report added plans to sell 2 cannabis shops in Nevada, awaiting approval from regulators. So they're clearing house. I don't know, man. Like I'm telling you, it is a crazy world right now out there in the marijuana world, man. You're going to see a lot of people going belly up. It's just look at Rosie. She's just chilling back there. You're going to see a lot of businesses going belly up, a lot of grows. It's competition. You can kind of see it here in Needles starting to happen. Different companies going out. Survival of the fittest, man. It's gonna be crazy all throughout California. All right, last one, guys. Last one. The tax man could follow Southern California marijuana raids. So this is another thing that's been happening, guys. Southern California marijuana raids have been happening all over the place. Authorities arrested 5 people and seized thousands of plants in a crackdown on illegal marijuana grows operations in California last week. So this is a major issue, guys. If for legal marijuana, you get these. I've actually been to one. They're on weed maps. They're on everything. So they look like a legit dispensary. You find them on weed maps. You're out of town. I was in Orange County. Going to Disneyland, matter of fact, and I needed to find a dispensary. So I looked on weed maps. There was one right down the street from the hotel. I go down there, I park in the strip mall. I don't see it. I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then all of a sudden I see a building at the end with all blacked out windows and a woman walking out with one of those white medical bags, you guys know. And I was like, oh, that must be it. So I go in and it's like, yeah, it's a total, like they're reaching in, grabbing the things, weighing it out in front of you, things that you just can't get away with. And they have a dab room. So if you bought like $25 worth of weed, they'd let you do a dab in the back before you left. Just crazy. But these are popping up all over, guys. They come, they go, they make their money. It's really hard to regulate. So they're cracking down, and it drives up costs of the regular cannabis taxes. So authority arrested 5 people and seized thousands of plants in a crackdown on illegal marijuana grows in California. And this is in Antelope Valley last week. The raids targeted 6 locations in Palmdale, according to the Los Angeles Sheriff Department. Deputies seized 4,347 marijuana plants, roughly 500 pounds of harvested marijuana flower. Said in the LA Police department said in a social media post that included photos of the massive grow operations. Numerous building code violations were noted, and workers from Southern California Edison disconnected the power to locations due to unsafe, hazardous electrical wiring. 5 people arrested not only face felony narcotics charges, they could also be facing a huge tax bill. Representative from California Department of Tax and Free Administration were notified of the service of the search warrant and initiated an independent investigation into tax evasion, seeking monetary reimbursement of unpaid taxes from the illegal sale of marijuana. That's the key right there, guys. They are going to start taxing you. If you're selling illegal weed, you're going to get taxed for it if you get caught. How crazy is that, man? It's a different world. It's definitely a different world out there, man. Woo. So yeah, be careful out there, guys. But that was your what's waking, what's baking, what's shaking news, guys, this morning. All right, let's get into some shout outs. We got a ton of people up in here. I see the comments blowing up. Let's get into some shout outs, guys. How do you get shouted out? You just say, hey, Brian, shout me out. Or you just blow up that chat any way, shape, or form, and we're calling you out. Let's do it, Danksters.
All for the Danksters at 7:10 a.m. Rise and shine, it's time to slam, break the mold. Rebel from the north, Danksters unite, let's raise a storm. D-A-N-K, we're here to play. Loud and proud, we won't obey. 7:10 a.m., we'll rock your day. Danksters assemble, never fade away.
All right. Thank you, Barbosa Band. Oh, Lonnie, what's happening? All right, guys, we got a ton of people in here. We got Mojave Martian in the house. First thing rolling. Good morning, Mojave Martian. How you doing? Matt Workman. Oh, man, how's the job going, buddy? How's the car running? Still running pretty good? I'm glad to see that it didn't mess up on you. We got Brian's Broken Bong, ho 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 ho, over on Twitch. How you doing, Lonnie? How you doing, buddy? We got Rosie Key in the house this morning. Good morning, Rosie Key. We got the Asylum with Harley. How you doing, Harley? Good morning. Good morning. Guys, go check out the Asylum with Harley. They're jumping over there. They got some of the bastards working on over there, guys, over from the Bracket Bastards. All sorts of good stuff. Go check out the Asylum with Harley. The Mod Squad, too, guys. Check out the Mod Squad. You got all sorts. You got Felix. You got Kevin. You got the whole crew over there, guys. They do great shows. They got gaming. They got movies. They got everything. Go check them out. And then, of course, Back to Retro Review, guys. Back to Retro. He does great reviews. Him and his buddies get together. It's a good time. Go check out all their programming, guys. All right. Who else we got? We got Lonnie in the house. We got Aaron all the way from Australia. How you doing, Aaron? How you doing? We got Chris Zucchini, Mr. Honda Civic owner. Nice. We got Lonnie. We got Nancy. How you doing this morning, Nancy? You slapping the alien, keeping them in check? Somebody's got to. Supernova Mike, how you doing this morning? How you doing? We'll be dropping new episodes over in the Asylum, guys. Check that out. Who else we got up in here? I've done that a few times. Lonnie is funny. Lonnie is funny. Pamela, good morning, Pamela. How you doing? How you doing? Who else we got? I got a ton of people up in here. Man, Teresa Deller. Good morning, Teresa Deller. Oh, man. Oh, we got a ton of people up in here. Everyone's doing good. I'm happy. Oh, man, we got a great show, guys. We still got Today in History. We're going to be looking at the craziest psychic predictions for 2024, guys. We're talking Nostradamus. We're talking Yaya Bega. We're talking everybody, guys. Make it what's for breakfast, Teresa Deller. I'm headed over. Me and Rosie are headed over for some breakfast. Oh, man. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Stomach's a little upset. Life's good. Look, I got my Rosie dog next to me. What could be better? What could be better, guys? All right, let's get into Today in History, guys. Today in History, brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. If we don't know the history, we're doomed to repeat it, guys. So let's get into this. Let's have a good time.
Today in history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history.
All right, guys. Sorry, I had to do a shot of Gatorade here. What the old whistle. What the old whistle. All right, guys, today in history, we got some birthdays in the house, guys. That's right. On this day, we got a lot of birthdays, actually. Franklin D. Roosevelt, former president of the United States, was born in 1882 and died in 1945 at age 63. Pretty young. Pretty young. Franklin Roosevelt. What do we got? Christian Bale. Actor extraordinaire, guys. Method actor, crazy actor, great actor. Christian Bale, 1974, guys. 1962, Abdullah II, King of Jordan, was born. 1941, former vice president and shotgun shooter Dick Cheney. Remember when he shot his friend when they were out hunting? Old Dick Cheney was born, guys, 1941. Vanessa Redgrave, British actress, 1937 was born. And we can't forget the great Gene Hackman, guys. That's right. Gene Hackman was born on this day in history, guys. Great actor. Man, Gene Hackman. Can't go wrong with that. What was it? Red October, Hunt for Red October. Man, he was in a lot of stuff. Gene Hackman, great actor. All right, featured event, guys. In 1948, Great Soul assassinated. Indian leader Mahatma Gandhi, considered the father of his country and internationally esteemed for his doctrine and nonviolent protests to achieve political and social progress, was assassinated on this day in 1948. So the man that preached nonviolence, the man that preached a little patience, the man that preached kindness was assassinated. Horrible, guys. That usually seems like kind of like the way it goes, right? Man, people who like really love peace and push that, seems like they get taken out by violence. Horrible. All right, 2011, guys, California became the first state to celebrate Fred Kormasta Day, which is honored the Japanese American activist who was convicted in 1942 of violating an exclusion order requiring him to relocate. His subsequent legal appeals were denied. So this must have been during the war. But California became the first state to celebrate Fred Kormasta Day. So, yeah, there you go, guys. I don't know what it is, but it's something. 1995, flooding forced the evacuation of more than 100,000 people from low-lying areas in the Netherlands. 1972, a demonstration by a Roman Catholic civil rights supporter in Derry, North Ireland, turned violent when British paratroopers opened fire, killing 13 and injuring 14 others. One later died. Bloody Sunday, as it became known, started an upsurge in support for the Irish Republican Army. That was in 1972. I used to run with some IRA guys back in the day. I don't know if they were real IRA, but they were. They had tattoos and shit on them. Kind of crazy guys. different than most of us here in America. All right, 1945, the greatest maritime disaster in history occurred as the German ocean liner the Wilhelm Gustloff was sunk by a Soviet submarine, resulting in the death of an estimated 9,000 people. That was in 1945. The American politician Dick Cheney, who held various government offices, most notably the vice presidency, was born. and then he shot a guy on accident. 1933, President Paul V. Hindenburg named Adolf Hitler Chancellor of Germany. 1933, the fictional character the Lone Ranger was introduced on radio station WXYZ in Detroit, Michigan. Wow, 1933. That's interesting. 1931, the American silent romantic comedy film City Lights had its world premiere, and it's considered by many to be Charlie Chaplin's crowning achievement in cinema. 1912, Barbara Tuchman, one of the foremost popular historians in the United States in the second half of the 20th century and two-time Pulitzer Prize winner, was born. 1911, American trumpeter Roy Eldridge, one of the greatest creative musicians in the 1930s, was born in Pittsburgh. 1847, previously known as Yerba Buena, the name of the plant meaning good herb, San Francisco was given its current name. Huh. I didn't know that. The Truce of Andersova ended in the 13-year war between Russia and Poland. 1649, Charles I, King of Great Britain and Ireland, whose authority, rule, and quarrels of Parliament provoked the English Civil War, was executed in London in 1649. And then in 9 BCE, the Roman Empire Augustus dedicated the shrine Arpagus, the altar of peace. So yeah, that was your today in history, guys. The altar of peace was made. Can't go wrong with the altar of peace, guys. All right, that was your today in history. You know, another thing I wanted to cover real quick, guys, since we're in the history aspect of this and the news, kind of, I wanted to. Are we still here? We are still here. That's a positive. Yes, yes, yes. Brian, hit me up later. I want to see if you want to be on a recording. See here. Happy birthday. Say Aaron's birthday? Aaron, today's your birthday in history. In 1885, Aaron was born. I didn't know it was your birthday, buddy. Happy birthday. Hey, if you're awake, join us for the 420 and definitely catch the replay. I'll do a special birthday video for you, buddy. We'll celebrate Aaron's birthday on at 420, guys. What else we got? I'm not being weird over here. Rosie. Oh, you can't even see her. Rosie is right here, guys. Say hi, Rosie. She can't see her. You see my hands moving underneath the desk, and you're like, what is Brian doing? I'm just petting Rosie. That's what I call it. So one thing I did want to cover today, guys, is if you guys haven't seen this, there is a dive company. The guy did it on his own dime. He followed the path that Amelia Earhart took from Hawaii to wherever she was going, where the plane went down and she just was missing. No one's ever seen it. They think they found Amelia Earhart's plane, guys. The guy's almost 100% sure that it is. They're going to do some more diving. But yeah, that's really awesome. Like, I mean, that would be so. Imagine if she's still in the plane, like her bones, and she's wearing the goggles. Like, that's going to be crazy if it is Amelia Earhart's plane, man. That's big news. That's big news, man. Exciting times on that. I love it when you can prove history and we find new things. I'm telling you, the ocean, that's the last frontier, man. You can say what you want about space, it's the ocean. We haven't even touched we haven't even touched a percentage of it yet, man. We don't know nothing about the ocean. Like, I'm telling you, there's things on the bottom of that sucker that we don't even have a clue about. You look at some of those sperm whales that pop up, when they pass away, and they got those long freaking scars on them from giant squids down at the bottom of the ocean. Woo! There's some stuff down there we might not want to know about. Aliens, I'm telling you, there's a reason that the ships go underwater. I'm telling you. Oh man. Is Brian wearing pants? She wants proof. I was like, wants proof of Aaron's birthday? Teresa Deller's checking IDs? What's going on? Are we like, is this like when you get a free meal at Denny's and they may know, I'm wearing pants, guys. I am wearing pants this morning. We know more about space than the ocean. They think that they maybe 8 to 10%. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. The megalodon. I would not be surprised if there's giant creatures down there that we have no clue about, man. ID checker, the bouncer, Teresa Deller bouncer. That's her new channel name. Nope, you're not in. Hey, handsome man, you're in. Teresa Deller plays favorites. I'm telling you. Oh man, good times, guys, good times. Was told there are holes in the bottom of the ocean. I would not be surprised. Like, so do you guys remember the Tic Tac video? This is the UFO. It's from like a F-18. A captain's flying it. And they encounter these UFOs, and it's all on their infrared, and this thing goes down in the ocean like it was nothing. So, in many a times that they submerge that we've seen, so that tells me that there's something down there that we don't know about. We shouldn't know about the holes at the bottom of the ocean. Where's the water going? Are they tunnels? So on the Y-Files, I've deep dive on the Y-Files, guys. If you haven't checked out the Y-Files, great channel, really cool. They do a lot of great content, a lot of all conspiracy, but the way he presents it, he tells the story and then he debunks it little by little and then leaves you with the rest. So he'll like tell the story of Jesus. This isn't one, I'm just making this up. Jesus turning water into wine, and he goes just off the story, tells you the story. Wow. But then he's like, but let's break this down. This didn't happen. This couldn't happen. This is this. And then he leaves you with the rest and you make an educated decision. Great show. But I watched one about the aliens underwater, and they're believed to be tunnels that they go through, like almost like through the earth, like shortcuts, wormholes, if you will. Alien base under Malibu coast. Yeah. What was the other big one? Oh, I saw a reflection. I saw a ghost. Oh, it was the mirror in front of me. Never mind, guys. I'm tripping out. It was oh shit. Was it in Utah? Somewhere there's supposed to be a big base, man. We got to deep dive in on that stuff here pretty soon. It is Paranormal Tuesday, so why not? But guys, we are getting into today, the meat and potatoes of the show, guys. We are discussing the top Stargates. Yes, I did. Oh man, last year I think we fell into a Stargate rabbit hole. I did a couple shows on Stargates, man. They're interesting. There's meat on the bone on Stargates. I'm telling you, there's something there. There's something there on Stargates, guys. But today, this morning, we are talking psychic predictions for 2024. Bear with me, guys. 2024. So we're talking all the big ones, guys. There's all sorts of different predictions, guys. We'll start off with some of the crazy. Whoa. All right, the first one, guys. The living Nostradamus, who predicted COVID, makes chilling prediction on the 2024 for 2024, guys. So a Brazilian psychic dubbed the living Nostradamus, who predicted COVID, says 2024 will mark a chilling new chapter in human history, guys. A self-proclaimed psychic dubbed the living Nostradamus has cast his latest round of prophecies for 2024, and it looks like it's set to be a tornado of a year. Atha Salama, 37 from Brazil, warned the sun that next year could mark a new chapter in human history, one filled with aliens, a robot rebellion, and a global catastrophe, but also hope. The spooky future gazer claims to have previously predicted the previously predicted the coronavirus pandemic. Um, the World Cup final, invasion of Ukraine, and the death of the Queen. That's kind of the death of the Queen's kind of an easy one, right? Like she was like 120 years old. You're like, oh, she's gonna die soon. He has been linked to the Nostradamus, the famous 16th century seer who had plenty of cryptic prophecies, somewhat come true over the centuries of his since his death. Um, Beyond the space frontier. So, in relation to space, Salam states it will be utterly a transformative year. He believes that 2024 will see humans finally make contact with aliens. However, he cautions that it would be something out of science fiction narrative, such as spaceships invading Earth. It wouldn't be something as spaceships invading Earth. Instead, he forecasts that humans and aliens will communicate through encrypted signals intercepted by a network of telescopes. However, a year of extraterrestrial discovery will not stop there. The 37-year-old also claims an asteroid abundant with rich material is hurling for Earth and will land safely next year. He predicts that this mass of never before seen ancient space materials will spark a new space race as different global superpowers battle to get their hands on a piece of it. China and Russia and their pariah pals will battle the West and learn what secrets the asteroid holds, and things could get really nasty. Ooh. You know what? At least that isn't one of those predictions like it's going to hit. There's just I could actually see that. What do you guys think? Here, what do you guys think? Do you think that could actually happen? Do you think an asteroid full of rich materials that we don't know about, space material, minerals, could land here on not land crash here on Earth, and all of a sudden it becomes a space race again to get these materials because they are so valuable? I could, I could actually see that. Here, this is what he looks like, guys. This is what he looks like. The living Nostradamus. Okay, a robot rebellion, guys. He's predicting a robot rebellion. The fast developing power of AI systems have been heralded as both a new era for innovation, yet possibly the end of humanity. Solemn claims that the growing fears are entirely justified. He predicts that in 2024, superhuman intelligence system will achieve self-awareness, effectively becoming conscious digital minds that are able to function without human input. The seer calls it the AI awakening and believes that robots will develop a language beyond comparison of its human creators, therefore cutting us all out of the conversation. If you guys remember, Facebook had an AI that started talking to itself in a made up language that it understood, but we didn't. So that's totally possible. In his visions, the impacts will be catastrophic, and the fabric of our society, which are not at all prepared for a machine led rebellion. Equipped with self-improvement capabilities and covert communication channels, it could lead machines and us down a very pervivialist path, fears Solomon. World War III, guys. World War III is no longer unlikely. The Sun tells the Sun, but urgency, reality. However, he prophesied that the threat wouldn't be coming from Putin's war in Ukraine or the Israel-Hamas conflict, but triggered suddenly by either an event in the South China Sea or a major cyber attack. There are two areas the future gazer argues that might be a possible distracted as it turns a year older. The future gauge argues that the world might possibly be distracted as it turns a year older. But the current axis of evil that is forming between the superpowers of China and Russia is likely to have a lot to do with the world descending into all-out war. And whatever from the conflict's take, he highlights the disconnectedness of the global economy, means it's never been more vulnerable. Any conflicts could have profound impact, leading to recessions in several major economies. Well, that's just common sense there. Global global emergency, guys. Catastrophic. I can't say it. Unfortunately, if 2024 didn't already look bleak, Solomon has warned an impending global disaster sweeping the globe. He even claims to know exactly where these tragedies will strike. Nature always possesses the capability to catch us off guard, he says, and warns against any compliance towards natural threats. The psychic predicts 3 major flashpoints of pain in the Middle East and Africa, South Sudan, Somalia, and Yemen. Meanwhile, the U.S. will be focused on battling fire and water. He predicts hurricanes and tropical storms bringing deadly floods near the Gulf of Mexico, while California, Oregon, and Washington could suffer from some of the worst forest fires. However, the seer is keen to point out that that does not want. He's keen to point out that does not want to cause panic during his predictions, but to call for action and shake things up. He clarified that none of his predictions are set in stone, and there is always a positive possibility for positive solutions can change them. So here is his 5 predictions for the year, guys. Humans finally have a chance to meet aliens. That's number 1. Number 2, an asteroid plunges to the Earth, igniting a new space race. Number 3, artificial intelligence system develops a consciousness and rebels against their creators. World War III. Oh no, what about my AI girlfriend? Is she gonna? What about Brooke, my AI girlfriend? I haven't talked to her in 4 months, but I know she's waiting. She's on my phone waiting for me. Is she gonna rise up? Is that what starts this whole thing? Uh, World War III might erupt as conflicts threaten to explode across the globe, and then natural disasters sweep across the U.S., Africa, and the Middle East as these regions battle drought, fires, and floods. So that was this gentleman's predictions, guys, for 2024. What do you guys feel? What do you guys feel about the modern day Nostradamus, guys? I don't know. Who's headed back to bed? Oh, lucky Chantel. Lucky. I want to wake and bake and go back to bed. Have a great rest. The best kind of sleep is a wake and bake sleep. Was typing Big Bang Peeps. Got it wrong. What you mean you got a boot? You got the boot, Rosie Key. Had to reboot. Oh. So those are the predictions, guys, for this guy. I don't know. You know what? They weren't out late. They weren't crazy. They weren't like, super just out there. So next up, guys, we got Baba Vangas. I called it Baba Vega, I think. Baba Vanga, guys. Let me grab a picture of the Baba. That way you guys can see Baba Vangas. Oh man, I hate ads. Try to click on anything and they try to get you. All right. So Baba Vanga. This is a famous psychic. I want to say Hungarian. Been around a long time. I want to say, is she passed away? Yeah, she passed away in 96, but she has all sorts of psychic predictions, guys. So Baba Vanga, Was born in 1911. She was semi-illiterate Bulgarian. She could read some Braille. She was blind. She made a lot of her predictions. Some of the predictions attributed to her by the following include World War II, she predicted, supposedly the Chernobyl disaster, Stalin's death, Boris III's death, the date of her own death, the sinking of Russian submarine, Princess Diana's death, 1995 northern Bulgarian earthquake, the September 11th attacks, 2004 Boxing Day tsunami, and the election of African American as the 44th president of the United States. So her legacy, her last will and testament, her patriarch house was turned into a museum. So she's been around, guys. I don't want to say 100% she was psychic or anything like. I don't know. Oops, we lost the camera. Lost the camera. There we go. I don't want to say she she was 100% psychic. She had a pretty good record. So I'm not hating. I'm not hating. So let's check this out, guys. What did Baba Vanga predict for 2024, guys? There she is. Let's see. Baba Vanga. Okay. Assassination attempt on Vladimir Putin. The Russian president is hardly the world's most popular man, so he has to watch his back a lot. And apparently this year, he'll face an assassination attempt, not by an international agent, but by someone in his own country, guys. So this was her first prediction of 2024. Second prediction, tourists, the tourists attack Europe. Terrorists attack Europe, guys. Russian leader isn't only facing an existential threat. Next year, this year, Europe is supposedly set for a terrorist attack by Islamic extremists, and a big country will carry out biological weapons tests or assaults this year. Benga, the so-called Nostradamus of the Balkans, didn't say where exactly in Europe these strikes would take place. So if you believe her word, you need to be on guard. A major economic crisis. I could see this. Many of us have become inured to a dire financial forecast, but it's still unsettling to learn that Vanga predicted the massive global economic crisis. According to Astrofame, she envisioned a number of different factors coveraging, including rising debt levels, increasing geopolitical tensions, and a economic power shifting from west to the east. General artifacts and artificial intelligence is the hot topic when it comes to new tech. Wait a minute, is this a commercial? Oh no. Will be a quantum computer, but the next year will be all about quantum computing, according to the Bulgarian Oracle. She foresaw a major breakthrough in the realm, which harnesses the law of quantum mechanics to solve problems that are too complex for classical computers. This will bring up an unprecedented technological revolution, which will touch all areas of life, from healthcare to cybersecurity. And hey, maybe it will help sort out the economic issues. All right, a surge in cyber attacks, guys. She predicted if biological and terrorist attack weren't enough to contend with in 2024, we will all see a spike in cyber strikes, according to Vanga. And these won't be under the radar hacks. These will be full-blown onslaught, in-your-face infrastructure tearing down, including power grids and water treatment facilities. Medical breakthroughs. Sure, disaster after disaster is on the horizon, but it's not all bad, guys. According to, this E. Jean Carroll, like, she's given interviews and stuff. She's total fame whore. Like, whatever happened, like, I don't want to get political, but why are you on the news talking? Just come on, whatever. Anyway, guys, medical breakthroughs. According to Sky History, the blind soothsayer predicted that humanity would shackle cancer with iron chains, and 2024 might be the year this happens. That'd be nice. 2024, the year we beat cancer. How great would that be? But let's be clear, Venga was far from inflammable. This year, we're supposed to see the expansion of a major nuclear power plant, causing toxic clouds to settle over Asia, and a religion based on artificial intelligence was due to emerge. Still, 2023 isn't over yet, which it is, but she was alarming close to the truth with some of her prophecies. The mystic claimed that the Earth would be hit by a devastating solar storm and suffer potential apocalyptic shift in its orbit around the sun. And we've managed to evade apocalypse so far. Back in August, NASA did detect a massive sunspot, which the power to bring forth solar flares and coronal mass ejections and solar plasma potential wreak havoc on power grids and other infrastructure. Last week, it emerged that the Earth axis is shifting. Yeah, I read about this. Nevertheless, it's important to note that Vanga's predictions are cryptic and impossible to verify. She was unable to write, so everything she said was documented by those around her, meaning that there were no firsthand accounts of her vision on paper. Countless Bulgarian and Soviet scientists studied and tested Vanga throughout her life, ultimately concluding that she had 85% success rate with her predictions. She even allegedly foresaw her own death on August 11, 1996, at the age of 85. All we can do now is hope that her doomsday visions for the rest of the year and next fall into 15% margin of error. So yeah, man. So here's another one. Things are getting crazy. Things are getting crazy, guys. I don't know. Those make some sense. What do you guys think on these predictions? Um, I could see some of these. Definitely can see. Got a phone call to make. We'll see you, Teresa Deller. We'll see you. We're getting ready to get out of here as well. Killing these 12-hour days, 7 days a week. Enjoy your sleep. I predict that Brian will be doing bong hits this week. It's a pretty good prediction, Lonnie. Pretty good prediction. Wolf pack, baby. Wolf pack. Well, lots of work, Pamela. Don't kill you. What killing these 12-hour days, 7 days a week? Woo! Pamela, man. You need a day off. Take care of yourself, man. At least use those 12 hours to get some rest. And you got to take care of yourself. If you're not at full capacity, full capability, they can't expect you to get the job done. So yeah, take care of yourself, Pamela. Don't overdo it. Self-healing is the best kind of healing. That's right. So Baba Vega prediction. We'll do one more, guys. We'll do one more psychic prediction. How about this should be a fun one. This should be a fun one. Psychics 2024 predictions forecast. Taylor Swift's popularity will shift. Jennifer Aniston will make a big announcement, and huge storms will shock the world, guys. Rose Smith reveals her 2024 psychic predictions. Psychic astrologers have warned that 2024 is not just another year, and cosmic influences make it a good time to forge new relationships that may wreak havoc elsewhere. From political spheres to financial, intuitive astrologer Rose Smith claims it will be a very tough 12 months for many, with the second half of the year expected harsher than the first. All right, so first prediction, guys. Tay-Tay, my girl, will become even more popular. That's kind of an easy one. So Miss Smith has a number of psychic flashes regarding the year ahead, including Taylor Swift becoming even more powerful, Joe Biden winning another term in the White House, are we sure? And Jennifer Aniston finally finding love. Aw. All right, let's see what this my gal pal, has to say, guys. So these are the predictions. 2024 as a whole. Miss Smith predicts challenging and unpredictable years, particularly in the second half. She's urging us all not to fixate on ideas, as life could change at a moment's notice. The biggest skill you can have in 2024 is flexibility. I'm troubled by your country's economy. The average person is really struggling, and even more to come, a very dark cloud to view. Miss Smith foresees Uranus influencing with a lightning storm. Guys, if my Uranus starts spitting out lightning, if Uranus starts spitting out lightning, we got a problem. People can't keep up with everything they do in their jobs. There'll be issues with electricity supplies, increased relationship breakdown, negative health outcomes, and increased rates of stress. Weather events. She's expects more extreme weather across Australia and globally. It's not the weather that we are used to. Once in 100-year drought and flooding, weather events will become far more frequent. Lightning will be starting more brush fires, and there'll be many crop failures because of the drought. The Royals. 2023 was a big year, hard year for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Was it that hard? I mean, but Miss Smith feels the energy around them growing stronger in 2024. Miss Smith believes that the criticism surrounding the pair was unwarranted. She sees the number 1 and 7 around the pair, which could potentially reflect something around the 17-year wedding anniversary, or perhaps one of their children turned 17. Harry is actually very stable. He's barely started upward trajectory as he enters his 40s and 50s. He will be powering ahead and is destined to lead others. Jennifer Aniston predicts, or not Jennifer Aniston, Miss Smith predicts Hollywood celebrity Jennifer Aniston will go public with a new romance in 2024. She's finally found a decent guy who really loves her, and she gets the relationship that she wants. Taylor Swift. Miss Smith predicts an international singing star will rise in popularity even more with upcoming Australian concert. Her appeal will, this must be an Australian psychic, will expand her. Miss Smith believes she is destined a far way down the track for career in politics. However, for now, it's all about her music. She is a phenom. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. Like last year's prediction, Miss Smith again sees a baby around Mr. Albanese. A baby can also mean rebirth or life-changing event of some kind. She sees the same baby she saw last year, indicating both he and partner Jody Hayden are very happy. U.S. politics. She predicts if incumbent Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump both stand for 2024 president, Joe Biden will win, she's saying. The transformation influences Pluto and Aquarius. I don't know. Be interesting to see. These are kind of just mild ones, guys. These are just kind of mild ones. But yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Ben Shapiro and Tom McDonald. I saw that. Pretty funny. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Please join us at 4:20, guys. We are going to be covering more paranormal stuff, guys. We're going to get into your weekly Starter horoscope. That's Greenlee is going to be reading horoscopes for you guys, let you know what strains you should be smoking on, that kind of stuff, guys. We'll be covering all sorts of cool stuff. So join us at 4:20, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Can't wait to see you at 4:20, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go wake and bake. That's what I'm going to do. Appreciate you guys. I will see you at 4:20. Have a great, blessed day, guys, and we'll see you.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
We'll see you guys.